Hi YouTube, today I'm going to have a video on how to care for fiddler crabs. Now, first off, the biggest mistake pet stores make. They are brackish water and require land. Most pet stores don't give them land or brackish water, so that'll kill them in like 2 weeks. So you don't want that happening, so they are brackish water. They need it because, first off, it's like any brackish water creature. It's just they need salt, and it also helps with their molting too. Well, I shouldn't say helps, it lets them live after molting. You really should give them like land, like make a slope of beach, something like that. Sand as substrate, because they just don't really like rocks. I found they don't really like gravel too much. So if you want gravel, just do that, then put a layer of sand on top or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And they eat crab pellets. I haven't found any luck with them eating sinking wafers. I'm not sure why, they just don't seem to like them, but usually they'll eat almost anything. Does that mean you should feed them anything? No. But some things in their diet that is very healthy for them would be dead fish. So if you have like a feeder tank at your pet store or something, and you see dead fish in there, just grab a couple of those, throw them in there. The crabs will eat them. First, cut them in half, though. They'll eat baby ram's horn snails or Malaysian trumpet snails, like you see down there. And they'll sift through the sand and get any micro bacteria and stuff in there. You can decipher them from male and female because the males have that one large claw and that little claw, while the females have two little claws. That's just one of my other males. Their carapace, which is their shell, grows to about 2 inches, so I want to keep that in mind. If you don't include their legs, 2 inches. I like to include their legs, so their full-grown size would be around, I would say 4 to 5, something like that, 4.5 to 5. Usually you don't get them as full-grown, but when you order them, usually you do. Now, sometimes they're not that active, sometimes they are, it just depends. Try to get one at the pet store with all its limbs attached, and it's eating and something like that. And try to get it as close as you can to when it came in, because most pet stores keep them in fresh water, fully submerged. But back to their feeding things, you can feed them bloodworms, you can feed them tiny shrimp, just anything they can pretty much pick off the bottom. But you do want to make sure you have like crab food, which is like sinking wafers. Well, I shouldn't say that, but crab cuisine, which is something I feed them, and junk like that. There's not really too many tank mates for these guys. Ghost shrimp you can keep with them, but keep in mind they are crabs, so if those shrimp get caught in those claws, in that big claw right there, they're a goner. But yeah, ghost shrimp, not, and I mean definitely not pufferfish, because pufferfish will eat them if they're big enough. And you can keep, as you can see, snails with them. They will control the population, and the snails eat any leftover food. Because the thing with crabs is they're not like fish where they'll eat all the time. They will only eat when they're hungry. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. And so, whenever you see them picking off the bottom like that, eating, picking stuff up and putting it to their mouth, you just throw some food in there, just a little bit, and yeah. They do groom themselves like that, as you can see what he's doing. They clean their claws and their legs and stuff, so it's pretty interesting. But you do want to provide them hiding spaces, because when they molt is when they shed their exoskeleton, and when they do that, they will hide for a couple days, or if they're very comfortable in the tank, they will always stay perky and active. That guy that you're watching right now, just groomed himself, just molted the other day, and so he's doing good. But your salinity range should be 1.009 to 1.013. You can do that by you can test it by using a hydrometer, but the easiest way to know is 1 tablespoon of salt per gallon. So yeah. Now you can fit 4 small to medium-sized ones in the tank, which is pretty much, you can really just kind of tell which ones are good in the tank or not. They can get territorial, but you do want to make sure that they have walking space and hiding spots at the same time too, to climb all over. One thing I have found that they really like is fake plants like that. Yeah, they love climbing on that. And they do need heating, which at 78 to 80 degrees is a good range for them. And the males, if you don't already know, do this little dance thing with their claw. It's almost like techno or like robot or something like that. I have a video at my homepage in my Fiddler Crab playlist that does show you one of them dancing. He did die, unfortunately. But yeah, they live for around in captivity 2 to 5 years. 2 to 4 years is usually the best. What they usually live to in the wild. Shorter than that usually. But yeah, they do need good filtration because they tend to be messy. They crap all the time, so yeah. But back to that little dancing they do. They will do that to intimidate other males and to attract females. One thing you don't want to mix with fiddler crabs is red claw crabs. Now, yes, people do have success with it, but I found that red crabs will really injure the female crabs, the female fiddlers, so you can mix them in with males, but really not the females too much. And so, yeah. That pretty much wraps it all up for them. Here's just some ghost shrimp. There's one guy right there and one right there. But yeah, they can tolerate brackish water. And that's pretty much it for the fiddler crab. They do take some time and stuff to learn about. They are a little bit difficult to take care of, but once you have them all set up and good and healthy, they're quite a fun pet to watch. But yeah, thanks for watching. So don't forget to subscribe and come to my channel. Alright, bye.